Oh, there we go. We're back on. Let me know in the comments if the stream is okay. It says I might be getting a little some buffer issues and things like that. Just let me know to be sure everything's looking good. And we'll just kind of keep on going here. If you guys have any questions, do feel free to ask. Um, so, well, first things first, that trading competition is over. I ended up in 13th place, which I'm very proud of. It was 13th out of over 300 people, and it was very, 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 very competitive in the top 20. So from March 3rd to March 28th, I managed to get my portfolio up almost 174%. It was 173 and some change. So I'm very, very proud of that figure. And here's the deal, guys. I did that. I almost tripled my portfolio size in that amount of time, um, using 2 to 5% risk per trade, using the same risk strategies that I've shared with you guys in my tutorials and on my website, and following the same trades that I share with you guys in the Discord. So the point is that I put my money where my mouth is. I wanted you guys to see that in 28 days, what you can do using proper risk management, using technical analysis, following the strategies. You know, I didn't at any point ape into some random altcoin hoping for 100% gain overnight. I didn't do any of that. I took multiple trades. I had a lot of losses. I had more winners. My winners were bigger than my losses. I cut my losses short. I let my trades play out. I didn't get shaken out of any of my trades. I let them play out to their fullest, and this was the result of it. So I'm really happy with this, guys. I have a little bit more to share with that later today. I spoke to my rep from Bybit. We have a new bonus that's exclusive to my sign up link where you get 100% discount off of limit order trading fees for the first 30 days that you sign up using my link, plus the cashback deposits that you get. So it's super awesome. I can't emphasize enough. If you guys find value in what I do, it really means a lot to me if you take the time to sign up, because I'm providing you with trades, and I don't get any kickbacks unless you're trading, right? So it's incentive for me to keep you guys trading and to keep giving you successful setups. So with that said, we'll go ahead and take some time to dive into the charts here. Okay, so let's zoom out to our 4-hour here. Let me get rid of a couple of these here. So today's Friday. As you guys know, I don't like to open up new positions on Fridays. Let's take a look at some of our trades from the week. We can see that this trade played out really well. We hit our entry like perfect, and you know, hit our take profit here for our first take profit. We're still holding out for here and possibly down here as well. So this is going really well. I'm really happy with this short position. This long position played out perfectly from earlier in the week. We hit our first take profit here, and then our second target here, which was then also our short. So that played out perfect. We'll go ahead and get rid of that. We'll close that out for the week. I can't emphasize enough, guys, like we absolutely smashed this week, you know, catching the long here, catching the short, where was it, here, down to here, catching a long from here to here, and then now our short from here to here. So we've we've successfully hit, you know, every major pivot. And guess what? We didn't do that by FOMOing into a knife catch or, you know, longing immediately as it drops, right? We're not longing here. We waited for a back test and seeing a setup for then continuation of the upside. So, you know, as I look at this, if we're taking a look at kind of like my general analysis, we just throw in like our local Elliott wave. This was what I was looking for, and I had this posted some time ago. As you can see, this turned out really well. If we go ahead and put this here, this is basically kind of what I'm looking at, okay? And now from here, I, don't really expect at this point to take out, it's to be seen how long this will all take, but in my opinion, this is the high. Unfortunately, that's not necessarily confirmed until we take out this low. So this low is a target. This low right here is our target, right? This was the bottom of what would have been our wave 4. So until this is taken out, it's possible that we come up for one more sweep before then coming back down, right? In my opinion, I don't think that this is going to happen. All right. I personally think that, we're at the 618 from here. I don't think that we're going to break up above this. I think it's the weekend. We're probably going to range here and then look into the next week to possibly sweep this low, maybe get a move back up to the midline, and then have continuation down to our primary target here. And, why is that our primary target? Well, we can talk about that. This, in my opinion, is, 1, 2, wave 3, looking for a 4, let's say. And we have to, of course, stay up to date and reevaluate this count. But let's just say this is one of our waves, and we go ahead and we draw from the bottom to the top. And let's say this is a wave 4. We want it to retrace to the 382, which, ding, ding, ding. 382 also falls in line with the 24K range high. There's also a really nice pocket of liquidity here, as shown on High Block's heat map. So I really like this zone. Are we gonna, dump down there overnight? I don't think so. I think it's gonna take a little bit of time. I think it's more likely that we, play some kind of a range here and we slowly dip down. And once we get to this area, I will definitely be looking for long positions. But until we get there, I have some alerts set along the way. Until we get there, I'm just going to, remain in my short that I took from here. I have my next take profit zone set down here. And that's the play that I'm looking to make. So overall, this week, absolutely amazing. This has been an awesome, 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 awesome week. The month overall, we have absolutely killed it this month. So I'm really happy about this. Being that it is Friday, I'm not going to open up a new position here. If you felt so compelled to, if you're somebody who just absolutely has to be in a trade at all times, we are at the 618 here. If we continue to reject from the 618, you can open up a position that looks something like this, right? Right. Stops above the previous high, which I personally don't think we're going to sweep. But, that's to be seen. Again, it's Friday. And of course, usually on the weekends, we would expect sideways consolidation. But the last month of weekends, we've seen a little bit more volatility than we're used to. So, like I said, I'm not particularly interested in opening up new positions on Fridays because especially after doing this trading tournament, today is the quarterly close and the monthly close. After this whole month of trading, I've absolutely been just killing the charts. I'm going to take the weekend off, like legit take the weekend off and just enjoy myself. So with that said, I'm not going to want to open up a position that, has to be on my mind. I'm simply going to, like I said, enjoy. But, from here, I think that this is a valid trade setup, right? I do. Have your stop above here, enter into here, maybe wait until we get, we did have an hourly close below. Let's look at our 4. Yeah, I would say, a 4-hour closure here, maybe one more. We're doing a little bit of consolidation. I would imagine that, that would be a signal that we could reject from here. So yeah, if, whatever, if you're looking for a position, you absolutely need to be in one. I think that that's a fair, setup. God, look at this too, by the way, guys. I drew this out last Monday. I shit you not, this last Monday live stream, I drew this out, right? I drew this exact plan out, and I said if we lose this low, we're going to go down here, which we didn't, so we go ahead, hide this. Watch this. If I take this and I just scoot this over, look at that. Everything is going perfectly according to plan, right? We swept the lows, we caught the long, we came up here, we swept the highs, we caught the short, even on a back test, we come down, and we hit our midline for take profit, and now we're looking to the low of the channel. If the low of the channel is lost, we look down here. So this has played out perfectly. I'm very I'm very happy with this. I basically saw previous week low, previous week high, and thought to myself, okay, we're going to sweep both of those. And then I think, have sort of our move down from there. So that has played out, it's played out perfect. So that's what I'm looking for now. If you really wanted to, like I said, that short position here, I do think is a valid setup. I would look for another hourly close for rejection there, maybe the 4-hour. And I would look to trade it back down to the bottom of the range. You could even set a small take profit at the sweep of this low here as well. Let's go ahead and zoom out. We're going to look at this 4-hour chart here. Yep, so we can see that this first high that we put in here is generally speaking still acting as resistance. And we're back testing that along with the 618. So yeah, again, I do think that this is a valid area for a short if you're interested. Okay, we'll go to our daily chart. The daily looks great. This has been a really, it's been a really nice chart. And again, if we go ahead and get that move down to, here, oh, this is our 1 of 2 of 3. 1, 2, 3. This would be 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. No, this could have a deeper retracement. This could go a little bit deeper. Oh, so this would be a 2. This would be a 2 of... Oh, okay, so yeah, I misspoke earlier. So this would be 1, 2, 3. But this is only 1 of 3. So 1, 2, back into somewhere in this zone for then continuation to the upside. So yeah, we'll watch this 382 first. I wouldn't be surprised, I guess, now looking at this and reevaluating, I wouldn't be surprised if we went a little bit lower. I would still prefer the 382. That's my very first spot that I'll be looking for a long position. So we'll play that by ear. But you can see just how well this channel has still been, respected. This has been really nice. This has been a really good one to have on my chart here. Go ahead and take a look at our weekly. We could see that we have sort of this area of resistance as I pointed out here, this box, right? And we can see that price is, looking to gain acceptance, sort of trade back within this range, and maybe even break to the upside. So, for now, we can see that it is at resistance. This is a very key area on the charts. And again, we do have a lot of support back down here, at about that 25,500 zone, 25,500, 25,200, which again, as you can see, all of these weekly moving averages converging on this area here. Again, that lines up with this 24K range high down here that I said that I'd like to target that would also fill this daily fair value gap here. So there's a lot of confluence in getting that move there. I do think it's abundantly obvious of a move. So, it's possible it gets front ran or we go a little bit deeper, and that's all yet to be seen. So we'll have to just play it by ear. But for now, like I said, I do like that zone as an area of support. It is a little bit obvious, like I said, but we'll trade it down there. And once price does, when and if we do get that move, down here, and maybe it comes here in range for a little bit, and then we do get this move down, what do we want to see? Well, we're not going to knife catch here. We're going to trade, let it back test, confirm support, and then we enter our position for a move up, right? So, okay, cool. We will take a brief look at ETH here. First, I'm going to stop and take a look at some questions. Can we use your code if we have signed up previously, like switch the link over to you? To answer your question, and thanks for bringing that up, you'll actually have to create a new account. Unfortunately, there isn't a way, at least not that I'm aware of, there isn't a way to you know, apply the promotions to your account and switch it over, as far as I'm aware. You'll actually have to recreate um, and sign up for a new one. And then, you can transfer your USDT over or whatever, this and that. It's really not a big deal. I myself, I have four trading accounts, each with their own sub accounts and stuff. So, it's not uncommon to have multiple and use for different purposes or anything like that. But, at the end of the day, I do appreciate it. Even asking or taking the time to do that, it really means a lot to me. Are you still in ETH short? So yep, that was my stop loss was hit, and it was definitely a stop hunt. Ryan, I'm really happy to hear that you did well this week, man. That's awesome. Thanks, Henry. I do appreciate that. That's really cool of you. So what God, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, so ETH. I had my stops above here. I posted in the Discord that we are at resistance, and we very much are at resistance. As a matter of fact, when I see a move up like this, I would be tempted to like long a back test of the 618 for continuation to the upside. But being that it's a weekend and we're, in a range bound environment here, as you can see, if we continue to close below the range high here, I don't see why, I don't see why you couldn't enter a position, if you felt so compelled to enter a position and go ahead and trade it, basically to the midline and to the range low again, right? Uh, we can see that's basically what happened here. Range high, back to range low, mid-range, back to range low, mid-range, held, move up, top, back to mid-range, probably come up, down, whatever. Again, I think it's a valid place. I've posted this already in the Discord, but we are at resistance here and we are at resistance here, being the 618. So, when you have both of them at a level of resistance and we are seeing some degree of a rejection, again, ETH closing inside this channel and, BTC continuing to close below the 618, I don't see any reason why we wouldn't then have a move down, at least for ETH back to range lows, and for BTC, again, back to range lows, right? So that's kind of what I would be eyeing right now. Again, being that it's Friday, I'm not particularly interested in opening up a position. But that is something to keep in mind. So let's see how far we're about 20 minutes in. Yeah, I don't really I think we'll cut it off there. I really don't have a lot of new analysis right now. I think that we we absolutely crushed the last month here. We crushed this last week. I think we all deserve a little bit of a break. We'll take it easy over the weekend, and this upcoming Monday, I will do a um, market open live stream on Monday as per usual, and we'll take a look. We'll see what price action is developed over the weekend. Again, I would typically expect sideways, but we'll have to play it by ear and see what's going to happen. But generally speaking, I do favor, like I said, generally speaking, I do favor still yet, a move to the downside range low, and then, eventually continuation down to this low here. So I'll keep us updated, like I said, and we'll definitely dive into the charts a little bit more and start looking for setups starting Monday. But for me right now, like this is generally speaking what I'm looking for. I'm really happy with how this all played out. Strike the iron while it's hot, play the charts while you have edge, and I'm most certainly, this was like some of the best conditions for trading for me personally, that I could have asked for. And it's been really interesting. Like if you guys are on crypto Twitter or following a lot of those traders, a lot of really great traders are getting chopped up in this range, and that's exactly what it's designed to do. It's designed to shake you out of your position. It's designed to grab your stop losses, right? That's the point of ranges. And for me, range trading it's my favorite thing to do. It's actually where I make the majority of my money. So when we are put in some degree of a larger range like this, like let's take a look here. This is a you know, almost 9% range, that is just like bread and butter to me, right? So yeah, I do. So as long as, you know, these levels hold as resistance, I am expecting continuation to the downside here, for then an eventual move back to the upside, right? So we'll have to play it by ear. If you know if we sweep this high, then again I would still, you know, look for this move back down, but it just starts later, right? It's just a different starting point, so we'll just have to wait and see, you know, how that plays out. All right, well, so those of you asking about Ethereum, I've already covered Ethereum, so that's all. That is already all finished. We've already covered that. So I'm going to, wow, look at this. So yeah, so this trade would not have worked. ETH is on one right now. Let's look at the ETH BTC pair. Yeah, broke back above the 618 here after finding an area of support. So yeah, maybe ETH rallies pretty hard against BTC. And this is a point, you know, on ETH that I'm probably going to take then a break from trading ETH because it's not, you know, it's not trading how I would expect it to trade, right? Whereas BTC is still falling in line with some of the analysis that I've been looking at. And this happens every once in a while with alts. So this is, I typically don't trade a lot of alts, and I'll just every once in a while I'll take trades on ETH. And this is an example as to why I just am not really a huge fan of trading alts sometimes, because it does, you know, you just get these moves that you know, you just wouldn't see something like this on BTC. You know, the levels are remaining a lot more respected, and that's not to say that BTC can't go wild for a minute here, but you know, when ETH starts really going after stops and liquidity grabs like this, and doesn't you know, as clearly respect the levels, that's kind of when I decide to take a break from trading it until it gets to my hot spots. With alts, the best way that I've ever gone about trading them is just waiting for higher time frame supports or resistances. We're not necessarily at one right now. So being that's the case and ETH is bouncing off support, it's liable to do God knows what. So yeah, we'll probably take a little bit of a break from trading ETH and focus on BTC after I do some high time frame analysis on ETH to, you know, get us a couple hot spots that we'll focus on the weeks ahead here. So all right, cool. Well, I'm going to go ahead and close it out. Thank you guys for joining me for today's live stream, and we will see you in the Discord. And be sure to take off and enjoy your weekends. All right, see you guys.